So, hello students. Last day we have discussed that when muscles undergo anaerobic respiration, lactic acid is produced. Now, automatically a question will come to in your mind that when all our cells are performing aerobic respiration, why muscles are going to perform anaerobic respiration? But the thing is that it is not that muscle is always undergoing anaerobic respiration. Clear. Muscles normally, when you are activating normally, when you are having normal activities, then muscles are also performing the aerobic respiration just like the other cells. But what happens when you are doing a very strenuous activity, like you are running for a prolonged time or you are lifting a heavy object, then you require energy which is much more than what you require in your normal activity. And then at first what you do, you breathe faster. Why you breathe faster? Because you feel that more you breathe faster, you will provide more oxygen to the cells. But now if then also it becomes inadequate to the whatever energy is required for performing that strenuous exercise, then what happens? So muscles have no other alternative. It is the maximum limit you have undergone. So now these muscles undergo anaerobic respiration, that is, it is undergoing a very quick phenomena or process to get the adequate energy. Now then what happens? The muscle break down glucose, and finally this glucose is converted to a 3-molecule compound pyruvic acid, which is finally converted to 3-molecular compound, a 3-carbon compound called lactic acid. So muscles first, the glucose first of break down into 3-carbon compound pyruvic acid, and then which are partially broken down to another 3-carbon compound lactic acid with a release of very few short amount of energy. But then what happens? This lactic acid, now what will happen to this lactic acid? This lactic acid now get deposited in your muscle cells only. And when this lactic acid get deposited in our muscle cells, so lactic acid get deposited in your muscle cells only. And when this lactic acid get deposited in your muscle cell, then what happens? This lactic acid is toxic enough, and that causes muscle cramp. Now what to do? This cramp, now you will find that if you take enough rest, these cramps are vanished. Why they are vanished? Because then the lactic acid is again revert back to pyruvic acid, and that pyruvic acid is then used up for breaking down into carbon dioxide and water with the release of adequate energy. And so the muscle cramp goes, as because the lactic acid is vanished, cramp is also vanished. So first of all, the muscles normally undergoes aerobic respiration. When you are do strenuous exercise, then muscles have no other alternative to get more energy. Then what they went, due to lack of oxygen, that lack of adequate oxygen, they undergo anaerobic respiration and produces a 3-carbon compound lactic acid and small amount of energy. And these lactic acid deposits in our muscle cells, and since this lactic acid are toxic, they causes muscle cramp. And when we take adequate rest, this lactic acid is again reverted back to pyruvic acid and broken down to carbon dioxide and water, and as a result the muscle cramp vanishes. Now another thing here I want to discuss is the ATP, that means adenosine triphosphate. Now normally you have seen that I am frequently I am telling ATP. So why this? What is this ATP? The full form of ATP is adenosine triphosphate. Now this adenosine triphosphate, it is called energy currency. Now when we are doing some exothermic reaction, suppose respiration, energy is liberated, and when this energy is liberated, that energy is stored in our cell by how that energy is stored in our cell as an energy rich molecule called ATP. And how this ATP is formed? Already ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate, is present in our cell. Inorganic phosphate is combined with it, and this bond is a very energy rich bond, and that forms the adenosine triphosphate, and as a result energy is stored in this here. Now if we go for endothermic reaction, that means in this reaction energy is required, then what will happen? Then this ATP which is being stored by exothermic reaction will be broken down, and when this ATP is broken down, obviously that energy rich bond which has been formed by ADP and inorganic phosphate will break down, and this breakdown of energy rich bond ATP and inorganic phosphate will release a amount of energy that will be utilized by our various endothermic reactions like protein synthesis, like muscle contraction, like nerve impulse transmission. So what happens? First of all, when we are performing exothermic reaction, much energy is released. That excess energy is stored in the form of ATP. But when we are going for certain activity which requires energy, then what we are doing? We are breaking this ATP into ADP and inorganic phosphate and utilizing this ATP into our various activities. So energy, whenever we require energy, we can get it from ATP. When we have excess energy, we store it as ATP. So ATP is called the energy currency of the cell. Thank you, and go for a quick recap and also go through the chapter in the NCERT.